literally, there's no nature walk path left.
There's nothing.
It's all water, and it was up to her neck. She had to swim across the lagoon.
No bridge, no warning signs.
Like she was going to die of dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
And the funny thing was, Sister Girlfriend's texting us about this.
Right.
We're at the beach. None of us are on our phones. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Your Weekly TheraTea Podcast. We're doing a spring break vacay episode. My name is Tel Williams, or Mr. Williams, pre-K, if you follow me on social media. I'm a teacher, I'm a therapist, I'm a social worker, I'm tired. Over here we have...
I'm Anne-Marie DiPietro, and I'm still a nurse practitioner.
She's still here.
Still
here. I'm hearing that we have some gripe. We're griping about something that you listen to the podcast.
Oh, I listened to the podcast. I was driving into work, and within 5 minutes, I was literally about to throw my phone out the window to never be seen again.
What was wrong?
My voice, what do they call it?
Vocal fry?
Yeah. It sounded like I was half dissociated when I was talking.
It's crisis time.
Literally, I was like, I have to retrain my voice. This is horrific. But in my defense, I really think it's because I grew up like watching The Simple Life with Paris Hilton and the Kardashians,
it's like
all 20 seasons.
It's a millennial voice. It's like instead of we
voice.
just go off into the void.
Yeah, like I don't know. What do you think? Oh, for sure.
I see. For me, it's like we were talking about this in the office too. Like I already speak at a higher pitch than what I'm supposed to because I feel like I don't think I'm consciously doing it. I don't think like it sounds better to do it or anything like that. I just think we get tired.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like I'm falling asleep mid-sentence.
Because you know what? Here's the thing. Stop fucking with millennials, okay? We've been through a lot, okay?
We went through AIM and dial-up AOL.
AIM, dial-up AOL, the Sims addiction,
9/11,
the recession. Like, we've been through 2 Trump presidencies now.
Okay, Cupid.
Okay, you know what? Yes, exactly.
Plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish.
Isn't that where you met Jason?
Okay, Cupid, not Plenty of Fish.
Oh.
I don't know nothing about no Plenty of Fish.
Okay, Cupid is like the OG.
She was there first.
Yeah.
And I'll die by that.
For sure.
So we're talking about vacation today because we're talking about burnout. And so I found out some interesting statistics because I like to do my research.
Yes, let's hear it.
So this was just recently on Monday. They put out a survey of showing that over 51% of Americans are out there running on like vibes and caffeine only because they're straight up like checked out of work, burnt out of work, 51%.
I believe it.
And I was like, okay, I feel like we've all felt burnout, right? I know I have and stuff. So I'm like, okay, but what are the actual symptoms of it? So these are the symptoms. Constant fatigue, or AKA your body saying like, yeah, no, we're done here. Frequent illness, because stress is basically, it's a disease now. Sleep problems, if you're going into existential crises, instead of sheep, congrats. Stress eating, or stress not eating, detachment and cynicism. I feel like when I read that, I'm like, I feel like detachment cynicism is just like customer service mode.
Vocal fry mode.
Vocal fry. Loss of motivation, anxiety and depression, and soul-crushing sense of failure, and then I was like, okay, and then it's avoidance, productivity decline, withdrawing from the world around you, and neglecting their personal life. And I'm like, yeah, that's, like everyone's felt that. So obviously, like, what's the remedies for that? And creating more boundaries, talking to a therapist, leaning on family for support. But one of the main things that they're like, this is how to get the life back out of you, is going on vacations and taking time off and using the PTO time you're supposed to. And so we sat there and we're like, you know what? We should encourage people to do that because this week is spring break. And I feel like that's hilarious to say that, and neither of us went anywhere.
I know.
But it's spring break. But we still you still time, you relax and stuff.
Not really. I have to go to Nashville for work this weekend. It's like not relaxing.
Look,
I just did it. Did you hear it?
It's not really.
Oh my God.
But I feel like at least it's a change of pace. It's adrenaline rush getting on a plane right now.
I mean, listen, if it's my time, it's my time.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that on that plane.
No.
You know? This is what I'm saying about traveling on a plane. Like, people are like, I freak out. Like, when they hit, babe, what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm. You're up there already.
Yeah, I'm not saving that. Mm-hmm. I don't know more about those. You know that, swear to God, could not make up the statistic.
What?
Okay? I think it's something like 80% of men, I think we've talked about this, 80% of men believe that if something went down, they would have the ability to land that damn plane.
Oh, we haven't talked about that. That's so absurd. They've been watching too many movies.
Where does that come from? Do you know how many buttons are in there?
I can't imagine. I think they probably think you could press autopilot and it just like lands in a crisis.
It'll just start like gently it'll find the nearest. Yeah. No, I think they can grab the bull by the horns and just. I would be fucked.
No, I would just commit to like this is it.
Commit to the death. Order something. Yeah. Pop a little champagne there. Buy a round for everyone. Mm-hmm. You know, use that card while you can, baby.
I mean, at that point, I would hope they'd give out stuff for free.
You know what?
Where's the money going?
Probably to our families, like in that.
True.
No, but I think that we were talking about the vacation, then we were like, oh, it'd be first off, I have to say,
what?
We're like, it'd be fun to tell stories, but it has to be like funny or gone wrong stories because no one wants to hear about your amazing, great vacation.
Never. Like, I for sure wouldn't want to hear about that. Now.
I would be tuned off to that.
But then, be like, must be nice. Yeah.
Must be nice to have a nice vacation. Yeah. But I'm going through, and Amory's like, we have like these little things that just like kind of tell us like where we're at in the episode. And it was like, okay, so I'll tell like 12 things about vacations I've gone, and then you'll tell 12 about it. And I said, I'm going through, and I was like, I have to tell you this when we start recording it. Baby, how many vacations do you think I've been on in my life?
Really?
My poor ass growing up did not have that many vacations. So I'm reading the and then you'll go, and I go, I got 3. I got 2, maybe.
Oh my God. Well, I think I just have like weird, crazy, funny things happen to me like multiple times on a trip. A couple of mine are from the same trip.
Oh. I want to hear, where do we start? Because
let's start with our shared one.
That's true. Oh God, that's true.
Picture it, my bachelorette party, Marco Island, Florida. Do you want to start it?
No, I'm scared.
So my best friend Molly gets us a house, and it's right by the beach. The beach is called Tiger Tail Beach. It's like the famous beach in Marco Island.
Beautiful.
So we're all going to go, right? So the 2 moms of the group like pack lunches. They got coolers. We got drinks. Tell and I have like our literal full-size blow-up flamingos. We have a blow-up diamond ring.
Huge.
Yeah. Like they're already blown up.
Yeah.
Okay. So like we're walking down the sidewalk with our tubes and all of our bags and whatever. And then you like get to like the little parking lot thing. And then there's this like what I thought was like a nature walk.
No.
Like you walk through these trees. Nope. And all of a sudden, you like get through this path, and there is a giant lagoon.
Huge.
Huge. Like, we're not exaggerating.
This is like the episode of The Challenge. Like, it's rough.
No, it was like we're straight up in the Oregon Trail right now, and we're trying to decide if we should ford the river or caulk the wagon.
Yeah. And we did both.
Right. So... But at that point, it was probably like a little after low tide or maybe even low tide.
It was definitely lower tide.
Because we were like up to our shins and we were able to like successfully get all of our bachelorette gear like over to the other side. And we're like, oh, we made it. We're so tough. We're so brave. We're living our best life. This is amazing. And then, do you remember what happened next?
We tried going back.
No, what happened was Kristen went back.
Girl,
remember?
I forgot. She tried to warn us.
Right. So she was like, literally, there's no nature walk path left.
There's nothing.
It's all water, and it was up to her neck. She had to swim across the lagoon.
No bridge, no warning signs.
Like she was going to die of dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
And the funny thing was, sister girlfriend's texting us about this.
Right.
We're at the beach. Mm-hmm. None of us are on our phones.
No.
And stuff. So it's like, that's when you walk back.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, it's like Jumanji going down there.
Right. So we were like, I think eventually Molly read the text and we were all like, oh, do you want another drink? Let's just drink more. Yeah. You and I were like flopping on the beach with our flamingo tubes.
Yep.
And like in the water the whole time. Yep. Right. So then I think we decided, oh, we'll just wait till low tide. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you reached your threshold.
That was rough.
And Tel was like, we immediately need to leave right now.
Uh-huh.
After you spent the entire day roasting like a rotisserie chicken.
I looked purple at that point. I looked like Grimace. I was so burnt. And the thing
It
is,
was bad.
and I'm almost in there like knock on wood, like, you know, oh, it's gonna turn tan. It did. They were chasing us around that beach, trying to get because that's the reason why we left. Like, I think, guys, we should go back because you guys are burning. We had like towels over us at one point.
Yeah. The moms were taking care of us.
They
They
were
slathering us with sunscreen.
They were.
Tel and I were like the kids that didn't want to get out of the water.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
We're fine.
We're doing great. We go back into the water to like rinse it off. It was. I looked crispy, brain shutting down.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you were gonna die in the sand.
No, I was seeing God.
Yeah.
And we were drinking. So I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. The hydration I was hydrating with was not water.
No, you and I were not great.
It's like that SpongeBob episode where he goes to visit Sandy and he's like, water. Like, I was that. I was struggling.
Well,
and
good thing there was plenty of water when we tried to leave.
God.
So we'll have to have the producers inject a clip. Did you get the clip I sent you?
Oh my! Of us trying to, with the Oregon Trail music.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. So the water. So Tel's like, we have to leave. We're leaving. The moms were like, you guys are burnt. Go. Yeah. We have to go. So the nature path was probably like up to our shins at that point. Yeah. So we get to the lagoon and we're like, oh my God, what do we do? Mm-hmm. And it was like over our butts, like at our waist, I think. Like everyone's like holding the stuff above them. Like,
well, for sure, because I'm with you, Kelly, Molly. Mm-hmm. I'm by far the shortest.
Oh, by at least 4 inches.
Yeah, like by far. But
Kelly's
I have
like 8 feet tall,
and I have all the stuff, a lot of it. I'm carrying like the a lot of the chairs and the cooler, and
I had the tube. You
did, and which is helpful because if you float away in the water, you're good. I'm being weighed down by this stuff though, and Kelly is like what 6'1"?
8'2".
Yeah, she's like super tall. So eventually we're piling stuff onto Kelly so she can just. I mean, she doesn't even have to hold it over her head. She just holds it. I'm neck deep in this shit. Right. We're talking Titanic going down.
But even in the video, like I'm screaming in the video, like it's even covering Kelly's butt.
Yeah, because it was rough.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know if we were going to make it.
No, all I could think of is like, we're just going to get swept away.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I was like, all of our bachelorette gear, what if we lose my tube? What about our custom-made shirts that I made? It was rough. It was like we were like wild animals.
It was Tiger Beach is not for the faint of heart.
No.
You baby, you working for that.
Right. You need to embrace full-blown swamp creature mode.
Which is funny because we get there and we are thinking to ourselves, do you remember we get there? We're like, God, it's not busy.
Yeah.
Nobody's here. And it's because the locals know.
Yeah.
They knew.
No one was crossing that lagoon.
No.
We were the idiots crossing it.
When I tell you, that was it was fun to be there. I had a blast actually once we got there. It was super fun, but getting there was a chore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did spend like a solid hour on that beach trying to find an at-home tattoo artist to come to the house and tattoo us.
We did. Guys, I think we talked about that
did we?
In one of the episodes. You are so lucky that man didn't. Oh my God. That was just like too many like surf sides or whatever. That was too many seltzers drinking. And we thought we saw Kristen Storm.
Oh, we did.
Xenon. And Days of Our Lives.
These were lives.
Yeah. So if you don't know who Kristen Storm is, Kristen Storm, hi.
She follows you,
She does.
She?
Well, this is the ironic part. So we swore we saw her in Marco's Island. And we're all fangirling. I was like, do we go?
Was obsessed. Like, we talked about literally nothing the entire dinner other than that. I
was like, I know we're supposed to be celebrating you, but fuck you. Like, Anne-Marie, Xenon is
Have
here.
mattered less during that dinner.
I'm like, Zetas Lapidus. And so I'm like, I'm going to be that person that I hate. You know, that's like, and this woman walks by, and I was like, I don't know, Kristen Storm, but I think we all need to send her a video apology because that was not her. This woman
was like 58 years old.
Yeah, like I mean, she AARP card. And I think it was just because I didn't have my glasses on, and I was like, oh my God, I shit you not.
Not because you've been drinking all day?
Or the bleach got to my head.
Oh.
A month later, maybe, Kristen Storm starts following me on Instagram. And I was like, maybe It wasn't her, but maybe she felt
48.
it.
Yeah, maybe.
48 maybe, but not 68. That woman, that woman.
That's true. That was the universe.
God, that was a fun one. We also bleached my hair in that.
Yeah, but you bleached your hair because you committed to a prank, which is the most ridiculous part about it.
Yeah, why you're pranking people on a vacation, I don't know, but I thought it'd be hilarious. Kelly, Anne-Marie's friend, but also hairdresser, who was doing her hair for the wedding and stuff like that, and was one of the bridesmaids.
She's obsessed with my hair.
And the most beautiful soul in the world, like the kindest human ever.
Oh my God, she really is.
I wanted to play a prank. I said, we should tell her that I'm bleaching your hair. But I'm like, I need this to be believable. So I had Instacarted 3 different types of bleaches because I had to be right. Box bleach. I wanted to find the cheapest thing of box bleach I could. So what I did to make it believable is I slathered in my hair so it starts to turn blonde. And I go out there and I say, hey, Kelly, is 40 volume enough to lift Anne-Marie's hair? And she goes, what? I said, is 40 volume bleach enough to? And she goes, you're joking. And then she rounds the corner, sees the bleach in my hair though. And so we had switched the bleach out for,
I think, conditioner.
So I rinsed the little thing that I put the bleach in, put conditioner in it, and then I take the brush, rinse the brush out, and I'm putting the conditioner in Anne-Marie's hair. She goes, and
you wrapped the foil
in really shitty foil.
He wrapped it
bad.
82 times,
just,
right?
What the fuck? And she's going through it. I mean, the nicest person you see.
She's like, oh my God, tell me it's not
it's
true.
A joke.
Oh
it's
my
a
God,
joke.
oh my God, it's taking her forever
yeah.
to unwrap this.
I said no.
She's crying.
I'm sure. Oh no, she's bawling.
Like legitimately crying.
She didn't go
Kelly
to anger,
cries all the time,
but she didn't go to anger though. She went to
crying.
And then she unravels it and she doesn't. She's looking at it and she immediately knows it's conditioner. And she's like, oh my God. We get a good 20 minutes and I rinse out my hair and she looks at me, she goes, can I fix your hair now? My hair, guys, was fucked.
You fucked up a lot of those pictures.
Oh my gosh.
Hair.
It was, at first it was orange, then it was yellow, then it was like a white. It was rough.
You must have DoorDashed 8 different
so many
boxes
things of trying to fix that because it none of it was good. None of it was good. And here's the thing. I'm worried about, we get out of our car to shoot this today. And we were like, let's do fun stuff. Let's dress fun. Okay. I wore this. I wanted to look opulent. I want to look, I was like, I want to look like I went on the most expensive vacation that you have to have the money to even dream about it, mama. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. It's giving luxury.
Yeah.
That's what I said to myself. That's what I said.
It's giving Saint Tropez.
Baby, I'm looking it up. I'm like, oh my God. I look into the mirror last night when I get home from helping a friend move. And I put this on because I had ordered it. Mm-hmm. Why do I look like a goddamn retired grandmother that's active enough that she's going to go golf?
I was going to say at her old folks'
oh my gosh.
neighborhood in Florida.
100%.
In Naples, Florida.
I was like, what the fuck is this? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm giggle. And then you get out dressed similar, but you don't look like a grandmother. And I'm like, why do I look like a grandmother who got the...
No, I look like I'm in a house dress.
I think I wanted to look like I was vacationing at the White Lotus, not working at the White Lotus. Okay? I was like, I'm going to serve cunt, but I look like I'm serving you the buffet special. I'm so mad about it. I'm like, I wanted to give body and not give you
you were like, these Elton John sunglasses are gonna help.
I said, girl, I look like Robin Hood when she's sitting there acting like a beggar person, right? I want to be sipping margaritas, not working at Margaritaville, and I'm a good Margaritaville. I look like I'm working at Margaritaville at a dilapidated mall right now.
At least we have the puka shells, though.
The puka shells do work. I think that's. Oh wait, hold on. That's embarrassing. Mine wasn't even a choker right now.
Is mine a sugar? I have too many necklaces.
I was like, I want to look like that bitch. I feel like I look like that bitch that told you we're watering down your strawberry daiquiris now, and you have to leave because we close in 5 minutes. It's fine. So vacation stories.
Yes.
Do you want to start us?
Sure. So whenever I go on vacation, I've been practicing for 15 years. So I learned this probably within the last 5 years after I made myself miserable on every vacation for the first 10. So I started putting in my email signature 2 months before I go on vacation. In fact, like when I booked the vacation, I would put it in my signature. I will be away from December 1st through December 13th. Make sure all your refill requests are sent beforehand. I won't have, contact, blah, 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 blah. I tell everyone verbally. Everyone sends me emails. They get it in email form, right? So I say plan accordingly.
Yeah.
Does anyone plan accordingly?
No, including me. No one does.
No. So Colleen and I went on a cruise to Greece, okay?
Oh, fun.
So what I figured out actually on a previous vacation that we went on, for some reason, you can't e-prescribe on international Wi-Fi. But if you have international cell service, like you're connected to a cell tower, it will let me prescribe. Why that is, I don't know. Probably some cybersecurity person can tell me. But regardless, I knew this, okay? One of my patients called me, like desperately needed a refill. I don't know why. The world was going to end without the refill.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of the water, like the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I don't even know if it was the Atlantic Ocean.
Baby, that is not the Atlantic Ocean. There's no way. I don't know.
I don't know either. Regardless, there was no land in sight. So you only have the cruise ship Wi-Fi. So I'm like, all right, if we maybe get close enough to like land where I can see it. So I'm literally straight up like fucked up Titanic style, like over the boat.
Shut the fuck up.
Like this, because I see like land in the distance. And I'm like, I'm flying, Jack. Just kidding. I was like, just 1 bar, send. I'm like putting my password in.
Stop.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But I had to get like pretty far out.
That is so funny.
Yeah. But it wasn't even where we were going. It was just some random like piece of land that we were
happened to have like a cell tower.
One for like 1 second, but I had my password ready, so all I had to do was like click send on the prescription.
That's commitment though. That's love.
I know.
I think that that makes you a good provider. Did they appreciate it? Probably,
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope that they would have let me share their door if the boat went down.
No.
Probably not.
Wait, stop. I won't go down with this ship.
You know that Kate Winslet could have let Leonardo DiCaprio on that door. There was plenty of room on the door.
There's a conundrum about this. Also, can you imagine that's your fucking vacation? The Titanic, mama? Or your honeymoon?
Oof. And then you have to decide whether you let them go or you let them on your door.
I think the taking turns is an option.
I think so. Why couldn't they both be on the door?
Well, okay, here's the thing that I think it's not that they couldn't both be on it. I think it's like he tried and it sunk a little bit. And so he's like, oh no, everything's fine. I'm good. I don't need it. Right. But you could have like switched out, or you could have like rock, paper, scissors after a while and been like, yeah. Or they probably would have both been a little bit better if they just tried a little bit harder to get him on, because body heat. How many
doors were on the Titanic? Was there only one door in the whole water?
Why was no one thinking ahead? We don't have any more lifeboats. Start ripping doors off. You know, that's what I wouldn't have done that.
No,
honestly, I would have taken.
I would have been like, this.
This is fine. They're playing some music. We're good. And that was real. A lot of it wasn't for the movie, but they actually played music while the ship went down.
Oh yeah.
But my anxiety with my kind of tism, I can't think right now. Stop the music. I turn down the music when I'm trying to find parking. A whole ass ship going down. You're playing the world's saddest music, a string quartet. Couldn't be me. They're like, one more for us? No, baby.
No.
What would your karaoke song be if you had to do that going down? I don't know what. Karaoke is not the same as
Cher, for sure.
Shut the fuck up. Which Cher song?
Probably Turn Back Time.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
Cher is iconic. What do you mean?
If you could turn back time as the ship's going down, that's pretty.
And I would full blown put on the whole outfit. You know, like the black bodysuit that's like sheer,
baby,
and like the leather jacket.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you're gonna come looking for my body afterwards, I want to be looking good. I don't want to be wearing this, mama. Right. I'm not gonna be wearing no.
I want to look as good as Cher does when she's like, what is she, like 85? Still wearing that outfit.
And looks good.
Yeah. Did you see her at the SNL 50th concert
good
wearing
for her.
the outfit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She still fits in it. You know,
I know.
Fine. I one time wore the world's most heinous outfit on a vacation, which is actually like the most perfect segue in the world. So like I said before, we grew up, my family, dirt fucking poor, right? I'm talking like stealing our neighbor's cable, poor. Government cheese poor. The only time that we had Wi-Fi is when we'd go to the Blockbuster and you could get the AIM discs that somehow gave you free internet and it wouldn't shut off, okay?
Well, I mean, for most of your young life, Wi-Fi didn't exist.
Oh my God, that's right. It was dial-up. Actually, Wi-Fi didn't exist until I was like in well into high school.
Yeah.
So this isn't that. We are in 8th grade. Okay. My mom somehow saves up enough money to take me and my younger sister and her to Florida, and my aunt, Tyler. My mom did not pay for my aunt though, because there's no way she could afford that. So she saves up enough for all this. And I'm super excited because at my school, everyone vacationed in Sarasota, Siesta Key area. And that's where we're going. And I was like, I'm finally going to be one of the cool kids, right? And so obviously to prepare for this, I bleached my hair within a fucking dime of its life. It's struggling.
Every vacation. Every vacation. Bleach your hair?
Apparently. And this is 2004. Okay. So I also am like, I have to look cool. And I go to Dr. Rick Burns, my orthodontist, and I made sure to make my braces look amazing. So I did brown and teal.
Stop.
You know, the Laguna Beach essential colors. And I'm thinking I'm going to have my moment. I packed my little CD Walkman. I pack a straightener that is more ambitious than anything else. It looks like a fucking appliance, right? 'Cause I would also just sit there. I try to replicate my hair.
Like the old school Conair?
Oh, baby. Like the one that was just, it was heavy.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have its own suitcase, right? They had to wait before taking on the plane. I don't know. We all had to shift on the flight just so it wasn't uneven. I tried to replicate that today. It didn't work out. I mean, maybe it did work out because it's stressing. But I'm doing this all months in advance, right? Because I was like, I know I'm going to run into people at school. I want to look good when I'm there. So I'm doing all these things, right? The weather sucked when we get there to start. This is the jump start of the worst vacation I've ever had of my life. Okay, the weather was terrible. Not a sunny day in sight. Okay, we are not in the Siesta beautiful Keys that I thought we were going to be in. We're in the trenches, mama. We're in a random motel.
Piano keys.
Terrifying. Okay, we're staying there. And to top this all off, my mom and aunt were like, we have to rent a car, and they get a stick shift. Neither of those bitches know how to drive a stick shift. Oh so everything we're going is in and out, okay? We're struggling. And already in Florida traffic, right? Every intersection hates us, okay? At one point, because we were poor, they're like, do you want to go look at the really gorgeous homes that are down by the beach? No, ma'am, I don't. I can't think of anything more embarrassing than our trashy asses in a car you can't drive, hollering how nice the houses are as we're stalling every 5 seconds. It's awful. Finally, we get to the point. It's the last day of vacation, and the weather is finally good. And I'm like, okay, redemption arc moment. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get my tan on. I want people to know I was in Florida. Okay, I slather on anything I can that's not SPF, anything but butter, right? We're taking baby oil. We're talking anything. Pam. I'm sitting there. I'm a cook. So I'm sitting there for a good 8 hours. And finally, Mom was like, okay, we got to go. We have dinner reservations at the Joe's Crab Shack.
I love Joe's Crab Shack. Don't hate on it.
This is where the traumatic experience happens. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to rinse myself off. And I stand up. And I get some searing pain throughout my feet. I mean, pain I've never felt before in my life. And I look down, and it's like I have a case of the measles. My feet have boiled over, okay? Because all I did, I sat there, I put on my little Discman, I listened to Ocean Avenue on repeat for 8 hours, and I thought I was having my Laguna Beach, the Hills moment. And so I go to the water, I'm like, it's probably fine. I then put salt water on this. I walk across the beach that is more of an idea of the beach, because I swear what they did is they took a lagoon that we went to in Mark, and they instead of dealing with the weeds and stuff, we'll just put cat litter and broken glass over all these weeds to make it look like sand. So I crossed that, go in there. It's the worst pain I've ever had in my life. So we go back to the house or the motel, and my mom's like, okay, we have to go to dinner. And I was like, I'm not going. And she goes, this is the fancy dinner at the Joe Crab. But before that point, babe, we having groceries every day. And I was like, I can't even put on shoes. She said, go put on a pair of flip-flops and let's go. So I'm shuffling into the Joe's Crab Shack. I have a bounty on my head going to ask the mob father. I'm walking in there. The waitress catches my feet and she's like, oh my God, like asking if I'm infectious. Like, this is, did I have bath salts or something and eat them? Like, she's freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, I think I'm sunburnt. And Mom was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you have sun poisoning. And she's like, and you're at the Joe's Crab Shack instead of like a hospital? So we sit down and the waitress is like, I'm going to go get you some ice. And I'm like, okay, thank you. She comes back with a giant bowl of ice. In retrospect, it probably should have been super embarrassing. It wasn't. She starts putting my feet in it like she's washing my feet like Jesus Christ.
No.
And I'm like, okay, she's being nice. That's super thankful. She goes to stand up the same time that one of her colleagues is walking by with a tray full of shitty like beer.
No.
Knocks it out of her hand and onto 8th grade towel. Saturates him. The entire restaurant at the Joe's Crab Shack in Siesta Key gets quiet and looks over at me, soaked head to toe.
With your feet in a bowl?
Feet in bowl. Beer covered. Okay? Burnt to a goddamn crisp. And I was like, immediately shaking. And I don't like beer. Still, and definitely didn't like in 8th grade. The manager comes out, makes a huge scene. Was like, let me go give you, I got to go get you a change of clothes because he feels bad. He goes to the Joe's Crab Shack, the souvenir shop, brings me back. And I will never forget the shirt. It has a bunch of tiny rainbow. Each of them's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, little crabs. It's a child shirt. And although I'm in 8th grade, I'm not wearing a child-size shirt. And then a pair of really...
Was he calling you gay?
Oh, he was. I said, baby, you could have just called me a slur at this point. Then goes get me the sweats. I go. I have to stand in front of him when I go change, okay? I can change. My hair's still saturated. My blonde, gorgeous, bleached hair... is now saturated with beer, and because it was already like praying for a hope and a prayer of any kind of conditioner, that beer is sticking to it. It's now no longer straightened, right? So it's all starting to curl up. I walk out of that. Hand to God, could not make this up. Run into my middle school crush.
No.
The one time I see anyone there at the Siesta Key is in this moment, the last day, burnt. No shoes on, by the way. I did not put my flip-flops back on to do this. I'm wearing Joe's Crab Shack. Like, I'm the most eager beaver. Love me some Joe's Crab Shack because I'm not about to explain that I got soaked with beer. And the guy's looking at me, he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, I love it here. And also he was my bully as well because, why not have a big crush on your bully? Mm-hmm. And all I can think of is like, he's here with all of his friends. They sure as hell were. Every single one of them.
Oh my gosh.
I never went back.
You never went back to Joe's Crab Shack?
Never went back to the Joe's Crab Shack. Never went back to Siesta Key. Whatever happened there is not my business. I'm never going back.
Good thing we didn't go there for my bachelorette party. Would you have not come?
To Siesta Keys?
Yeah.
Baby, I watched that MTV show and that's about it. I would have said, oh, you know what? I'll send money so you guys can enjoy yourself. I can't go back to that. I'm sure that my face is on something.
Oh my gosh. Do you think the Joe's Crab Shack's still there?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if they made it through COVID, baby.
Yeah, they closed the one in King of Prussia. It was devastating.
I'm sorry. Shut up. There's a Joe's Crab Shack inland.
There was. And there's one in Wilmington, too. How do you think I know what Joe's Crab Shack is?
Florida?
No.
Oh my, who the hell is going to a Joe's Crab Shack in Pennsylvania?
I was.
Baby, that's scary. I went to the Margaritaville. Is it the Margaritaville? Breezy Bay.
Bahama Breeze.
That place I've been to. That was the one I've been to.
They have great coconut shrimp.
I don't remember what I had there, but it was good. It was when I first moved here. Mm-hmm. Haven't been back.
Yeah.
A little too Joe's Crab Shack for me. PTSD.
Oh my gosh.
It was
it's not
rough.
like Joe's Crab Shack.
It's fine. It was rough, but it's good. It was great.
That's a good story.
Thank you so much. I love to share my trauma like that. Mm-hmm. It's fine.
I mean, I don't even know how to top that. I should just quit now.
No, I want you. This can be out of order. I don't give a shit.
What?
Tell me about Germany.
No, I can't. Germany is like there's no other story like it. Okay, I'll tell you.
I was going to say, it's rough. I love it. Don't twist my arm, but it's so funny. It's hilarious, actually.
So, as anyone would, Colleen would love to go to Paris, right?
Oh.
So I'm like, you can take anyone else on this planet to Paris. I will never go back. It is my siesta key.
Yeah.
Okay? Germany and Paris. Yeah. Never will go back. Never. Send me a postcard. Actually, I don't want a postcard. That's traumatic. I don't want to know. I'm going to pretend it didn't happen. So what happened was, this was back in 2019, I think, maybe. Who knows? And I was working at a partial program, like a mental health partial. And I had requested off like long in advance because my girlfriend at the time was in the military.
Yeah.
Not that I have like a theme to people that I date, but
she might got its hot.
and she was deployed in Germany.
All right.
So over like the Thanksgiving break, I was going to take 2 weeks off and go visit her. And then during Christmas, I was going to take a week off and visit her then. So the tickets are bought. Everything's good. Last minute, my job was like, yeah, you can't take off anymore. We can't cover for you. So do you know what I did?
Quit.
I quit.
I was joking.
Yeah, I quit. Yep.
Girl.
I quit. I wrote a letter, left it on my boss's desk, and I was like, I'm going on this trip. Right?
But did you like the job at all?
My toxic monogamy was like taking over.
Oh, honey, we've all been there.
Yeah. I liked the job. I didn't like the company, but like I definitely wouldn't have quit.
I was about to ask, but in retrospect, did you like the job more than you liked your ex now?
I mean, in
looking
retrospect,
back.
yeah. So I go into this trip literally having no idea what I'm going to do. So I'm like, well, hopefully my private practice can like make enough money for me to pay my bills. Like I owned a house. I was by myself. Like in my mental state, I don't know.
Love will pay the way.
Like I remember going to lunch with my dad after the debacle happened, and I was like, Dad, I don't have a job. Like, what am I going to do? He's like, well, I guess you're going to have to get more patients. So anyway, that was how I ended up in full-time private practice because I quit my job.
Oh my God, I never knew that.
Yes. So I quit my job and I fly to Germany because this is going to be like the best 2 weeks of my life. We got on the military base. I'm staying on the military base. It was an Air Force base. And her parents come visit at the same time because I thought that was a good idea. Like her like super religious parents that told me that I was going to hell. Yeah. That's who I spent the 2 weeks with. In fact, her dad said at one point, Emery, there's one pathway to heaven and you're not on it.
That's sweet.
Yeah, that's just an aside.
I'm like...
But... So we spend this time together because I'm like, well, I'm obviously going to win them over and they're not going to be homophobic like, once this trip's over. So I'm like, guys, I'm going to take you all to Paris. So you can take a train from Germany to Paris, right? So I was taking the money I didn't have since I quit my job. Yeah. And like I got us like a first class train ticket, which I didn't even know existed. Did you know you could go first class on a train?
Like in Europe, they're fancy there.
Yeah. So we go to Paris. I get like one of those little cute like cars that they have that like look like Beetles, but they're like a convertible. Do like a whole tour around Paris. We're in the Eiffel Tower. We're eating beignets. Is that what they're called? Beignets?
Baguettes?
No,
beignets?
beignet? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, living our best life, right? Besides the whole like getting told that I'm going to hell thing, it was a great day.
This is amazing.
Right. So the next day I'm flying home. So I'm like, this was great. Oh, I forgot a really important part of the story. So it was November, right? So Germany's like really famous for their Christmas markets. Mm-hmm. Like the one in Philadelphia is like mimicked after German Christmas market. So I'm like a huge craft show person. Like I'll go to every craft show like here at home. So German Christmas markets are like my dream, right? So I like make us a schedule of like, these are all the Christmas markets we're going to go to, and I make her drive me to all of them. So obviously I needed the mug from every one because that's like the famous thing. You get a mug from each one. And then I was like obsessed with these gnomes that they had. Like people made like stuffed gnomes and stuff. I don't even know. And I bought trinkets everywhere because like why wouldn't I need some like curvy lamp that you like put together from a flat thing? You know, we got the personalized keychain.
I know that you had it.
You know, the Christmas ornaments, everything.
You had to pack a whole other bag, didn't you?
Literally.
Yep.
Literally, mm-hmm. I'm not kidding. Because, and I actually forgot this part of the story, I think, when I've told you before, I left all of the clothes and shoes I was going to wear on the Christmas trip in Germany to use that suitcase for all the stuff I bought. Right? Because I was like, when I come back for Christmas, I'll just bring an empty bag and then I can bring everything home. Right? I'm like, okay, I'll wear this outfit when we do this and this outfit for New Year's and we're so in love. And okay. So I have this whole bag with all my purchases in it. And I'm like, oh, I had these like stuffed sheep. listen, I don't know, alpaca shit. You know,
Why?
those alpaca animals. I don't
Stop.
know. I don't know. I went wild at the German Christmas
with all the
markets.
money that you
Didn't have. 'Cause I was unemployed. Right. So I should have known something was wrong when she was like, I'm actually going to get an Uber to drive you to the airport. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am? Like,
we need to have that romantic rom-com
Don't pretend
moment.
like you're not sitting in an office all day doing nothing
Yeah.
here because you've already told me that you are.
Right.
Great use of resources, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Colleen's always like, that's a fake deployment.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. So anyways, I get on the plane and I'm like, I'm so excited. I have all my stuff. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I have to have this new life when I get home because now I quit my job.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm midair. Like we are over the Atlantic Ocean on this 10-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at my phone and she dumped me in a text message. Like it came out of nowhere. Like the day before, she was like, "Now that you met my parents, like I'm even more sure about you. Like I'm so happy." Blah blah.
I was gonna
Next
say
day,
she's sure about something.
done. Text message done. Like there was no discussion. It was like, I'm done. Fuck your face.
Why couldn't she do that in person?
I don't know.
Why couldn't she wait till you got
while I
home?
was on. Do I know? So I'm like freaking out, but of course she's like doesn't respond, right?
Yeah.
Because she was like literally she was like legit done. Like
Yeah.
we didn't talk after that. So we land. At this point I'm like fully dissociated. Okay.
Yeah.
So I get to the baggage claim and the only thing I remember is the driver came into the airport and found me like lying over my suitcase
Stop.
sobbing. And I still know the exact place in the Philadelphia airport where this happened. And there's a bench right by it in the baggage claim. And I feel triggered every time I pass it.
Is it your memorial bench
Yes.
now? Did you pay to get a plaque
I
there?
was like, ah! Like it was so terrible. And so I make it home and I look at all of my trinkets and all my stuff and I'm like, nope, none of this can stay. Gotta go. So do you know what I did with it?
Burn it?
No. I decided to mail all of it back to her military base, back to Germany.
You're paying to get it mailed back.
13 boxes.
Oh my God.
Do you know how much it costs to mail 13 boxes internationally?
How much?
Me neither. I blacked out.
Oh,
I was
girl.
just like swiping my credit card. Like I had like a stack of boxes like this and I was like, fuck you. Take your boxes back. And all I could picture was like her going to like the package pickup place and being like, oh, in my head, I think it was like a bigger like fuck you than it probably actually was. She was probably like, what is this crazy bitch doing?
I don't know.
But it made me feel better.
That's a lot of boxes you have to take. And then people are like, why? Mm-hmm. And your clothes were there though. That's the real heartbreak.
I know.
Did you ever get those back?
Yeah, she did mail them back to me.
Thank
But
God.
it was in like a really ghetto like bag that was like thin and you know those like I don't even know what they're called. Like
Like a trash liner?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what
It
we
probably like flew over on a military plane and like got dropped in front of my house or something.
they just like parachuted it down.
That was her job in the Air Force to pack parachutes.
Yeah, I don't want
probably
that
definitely
job.
came in a parachute.
And then just went down to your house.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about vacations and people like deciding to break up or call it off or leave or what happens. But that was a good experience for you guys. So and you were in Paris.
I deleted all the pictures. There's no remnants of me ever being in Paris or Germany. There's no evidence of it.
Honestly, that's very Cara Bradshaw of you, though. She went to Paris and got her heart broke.
Listen, I didn't get my heart broken in Paris. I got it broken over the Atlantic Ocean on an American Airlines flight.
Girl, that was your
I'm
Titanic.
surprised I can even fly American Airlines still.
I know. A lot of bad shit happens over the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Or over the Atlantic.
Atlantic.
Titanic.
Yep. Titanic,
your
Atlantic.
plane.
It basically was the Titanic. What happened?
It
to
was
me.
for you. Yeah, that ship.
I was gripping onto the door, and then I was like, done.
You tried to jump out. You're one of those people that try to like open the door mid-flight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Girl.
Yep.
I don't know if I've ever told you this story. I probably have. I probably say I don't know if I've told you this, and like there's probably like a recording of it somewhere of me telling
Probably.
it to you. Did I ever tell you about the? I'm gonna say vacation. You guys can't see if you're listening, but vacation, air quotes, that I went on with my ex before meeting Jason, and that's how I decided I was gonna break up with my ex because of that.
I don't think you've told me that.
Okay, so I literally had to put notes in it because when I tell you this story, and I have before, I can tell the story for like an hour because it was the most traumatic vacation I have ever been on. So in an effort to not go off the rail completely.
Wait, was it the dinner one? Or was that separate?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh, no. The dinner, that wasn't a vacation. That was just hell.
Oh. Same guy, though?
No, thank God.
Oh, okay.
There's a guy, I'll probably tell the story another time too, fully, who I was 130 pounds maybe at the time. And he removed the buns off of my sandwich at our dinner and gave them back to the waiter and said, I deserve to date someone with a six-pack. And I stayed for a while still. No, that guy, we went on vacation to Nashville, and we got a soda stream because everyone wanted a soda stream. We were there for a week, and we got stopped by a cop, and the cop's like, what are you guys doing? We said, come back from the Walmart. We just got a soda stream. And the cop didn't believe us because he was like, this is the highest drug trafficked highway in the U.S. And he thought that we had bought drugs. And I'm like, I got a soda stream.
Oh, my God.
And so that's when the cop...
That's the most random thing to get on vacation.
Why not just buy soda? I don't know. This guy was an asshole. He was very he was too much. This guy, we'll call him Bob because that's the energy he gives is Bob.
Bob energy.
He gives a Bob energy. So Bob and I were engaged, okay? And... I had broke off the engagement a year before me and Jason, so it wasn't like I, jumped or anything like that. But so Bob and I moved away to Michigan, away from my family, because he wanted to get a master's degree, and I moved with him. And big ass mistake on my part. We immediately aren't doing well. We're there for a month, and it is clashing central. Okay, and he decides that we're going to rekindle this relationship by going on a very romantic, beautiful vacation, couples retreat to reconnect.
Couples retreat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To Cedar Point.
What is that?
Cedar Point is an amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio. That's Charlie fucking Brown themed, mama. And he thinks this is the place we're going to go.
That was the couples retreat?
That was. And if you know me, I don't do amusement parks, okay? And what better way to spend this couples retreat vacation than to mention it, give a little whispers of it to your parents who decide, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come with y'all.
Oh, my God.
And we're also going to bring your adult sister and her husband. And so I'm thinking, okay, this is rough enough. And so Bob's like, okay, well, family knows, so we're all going to go together. And so naturally, not only are we not going to be able to go and just stay at a hotel close by, he's like, well, now that my family's going, we're going to stay in the RV.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I'm sorry? He's like, we're going to stay at the RV at the campground on the Cedar Point place, okay? So
that would have been the breakup for me right
and you think it would be, okay? Now, mind you, a week before this, now we're on rough sales. The whole time that we're in Michigan, we're on rough sales. Mind you, we decide that we need to reconnect, okay? We planned this out. A week before this vacation that's already been planned because we're already on the rocks, I found out brother boyfriend is talking to other dudes.
Ooh.
I found out that brother boyfriend's not only talking to other dudes, but he's sending them pictures of me.
Naked?
Mm-hmm. And I still don't say, we got to break up. Because I say to myself, you know what? Maybe we'll reconnect at the Cedar Point, okay? I'm
Charlie
convinced.
Brown and Snoopy will bring us back together.
Maybe Woodstock will find a way, Mm-hmm. Maybe Lucy can tell us what's going on with us. She's the therapist one, right? Okay, so we get there at the Cedar Point. I think we leave the house like 4 a.m. or something like that. And we get there like 7 a.m. because he is like maximal. We got to do this. Let's get the bang for our buck. We were there all fucking day. 7 a.m. we get there, okay? The second we get into the park with his family, he opens up his phone and he's like, oh my God, Josh is here, his ex. Now, I don't know why he knows Josh is there. And his family meeting is like, oh my God, we love him. Let's invite him to Christmas kind of moment. And so they all decide that if and when we see Josh, we're probably going to do dinner with him. I already have in my head, now I have to dodge Josh, okay? I'm in 100-degree weather in the butthole of America, Sandusky, Ohio, okay? And so I'm taking this opportunity every moment I get. If there's a little Dots ice cream here, if there's a little, popsicle stand here, I'm eating as much ice cream as humanly possible just to try to regulate myself, And we're in like this 100-degree heat. And I'm like, my God, I'm sweating from orifices I didn't know I had. And I'm like, I have horrible, awful butt rash now because it's hot. I'm sweating,
the worst.
right?
You're chafing.
I'm chafing, mama. It's bad, okay? I'm sitting there trying to just like deep throat churros and like go on all these like wooden roller coasters that are, built on prayers and toothpicks. It's finally like the end of the day, right? And all I want to do is go back to this fucking hellhole RV and take a shower. That's all I want.
Are there showers in the RV?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. There's a bathroom, There's one bedroom in the back. And we get to the RV and I want to get out of these nasty ass sweaty clothes and into something dry. And I grab a towel and I start heading towards that bathroom. And my ex is like, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm going to shower. He goes, "There's no running water here." Where'd I go shower? And he's like, "The communal public bathroom."
No.
Like a goddamn medieval peasant.
No.
I have to walk across. I am
like
shaved.
the military. You were straight up like in the military.
Mm-hmm. I thought I was in the trenches in Siesta Key. This, mama.
Oh my God.
I'm like, okay. So I at this point, I just got to shower. I don't give two. Whatever. It's fine.
You already showed your nudes to everyone anyway.
Yeah,
so
right. Might as well.
No shame left.
I have my little towel on one side. I have my little basket with shit that I need on this side. I'm walking over, on my
Do you
little
have shower
scuffies.
shoes?
Not really. No, I'm sorry. I thought I was going to shower in a fucking RV.
Oh my God. Did you get athlete's foot?
No, I got worse than that. I go there. There's nothing more humiliating than being like, okay, got to take a shower, but then also standing with a bunch of other people in a line waiting for a stall to open because it was like it looked like a bathroom stall. And it's like a long one, and then there's a curtain in there. So you get to go in, you shut the door, and then you can change, and then the curtain, and then it's all, at least you're by yourself. At least you're by yourself, okay? I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, because you usually would have to waterboard this information out of me, okay? So I'm like sitting there. I take off like my like disgusting shirt, I take off my pants, and then I look down.
Uh-oh.
And I did not have butt rash. I had diaper rash because I was so fucking miserable that I didn't realize halfway through the day I'd done shit myself.
No, stop it. You didn't.
Shit my drawers.
No.
Okay?
I feel like we've talked about pooping our pants so many times and you never told us.
I don't know if you've hated someone and something so much you lost track of your bowels, right? I'm like, I immediately start crying in there. So people hear me gently sobbing in this. I'm throwing away my entire outfit. I'm like, I'm never wearing this again. I shower, right? I use more soap than anyone should ever have to use. I walk out of there and I'm like, still, I'm like, you know what, Tal? You don't respect yourself. Just stay. I still don't break up. The thought's there for sure now. It's a little bit more cemented.
Did you get diaper rash cream or anything?
Girl, you think I'm going to tell my future in-laws I shit myself and I've been walking in all day like a goddamn toddler?
How did you deal with the rash?
Huh? Baby, I just put lotion and that lotion stung.
I was going to say, you can't put lotion on. You need like Vaseline.
No, girl,
A&D ointment.
I needed a hospital. I needed skin grafts. The shit isn't what drew the line was the sleeping arrangement.
Oh God.
You can't fuck with my sleep. You know this. And I'm weird about sleeping.
I know you have lots of critiques. When we slept in the same bed
I was like, I don't know if I can't sleep in the same bed as someone. Our bed was larger than a California king. It was like an Alaskan king. It was huge. We didn't know that the other person was in bed. Not the RV, baby. This wasn't the Spice Girls, tour bus in the movie from Spice World. I go into that RV. They take the dining room table that folds down into an extra small twin size mattress that I have to spoon with my ex on in 100-degree heat in an RV. His sister and her husband on the floor, okay? Their parents out there in the little bedroom, but door open. I don't know if you know this. I'm pretty sure sleep apnea is genetic. Because in those people were fighting for their lives, okay? Like gasping for air. Like they were swallowing rocks constantly. Like a rock tumbler was going on in there. It was like someone was trying to exorcise that RV. It was too much. The sound of their snores haunt me today. And so I'm sitting there like I'm being tortured by the U.S. government, like just straight out of hell, right? And I'm like, okay, I've got to do something. I'm lying awake for 5 hours in the dark, doing nothing, just waiting for sleep. With diaper rash, just reflecting on the day. So I finally say to myself, okay, you know what, Tal? Open your phone, play with it for a little bit. Just do something. You get your mind off this because I'm really upset. And this is before phones were 12 sizes large. Like it wasn't like this huge ass phone. The turned down all the way. Okay, I get my phone, and I'm like, okay, quiet. You would have thought that these people are having Vietnam flashbacks. They are storming the beaches of Normandy. They wake up like they're having a response, like parent grabbing their ears. Oh, why is it so loud? My ex looks at me and he's like, Tell, turn down your phone. There's nothing playing. It was just my fingers tapping. His parents come running in, okay? Like they're trying to save us from, I don't know, a fucking pipe bomb going off. It was my phone. They're like, Tell, that's really loud and distracting. I'm loud and distracting? You guys sound like you're gargling like pop rocks. A mouse could have farted and it would have been louder than I was being. So I put it away and I'm seething. I wait until the second I see the sun come up, I'm nudging. I'm like, we're going. We have to leave. We drive home. We don't talk. There's no sound for 3 hours in that car. We pull up. Door barely opens. I said, I want to go home. He said, okay. He just thought for the weekend. I said, no, like, I don't want to do this anymore. We got to break up. And he was like, oh my God, why? What happened? And I was like, I can't do it. Was the snoring? Was it the RV? Was it Cedar Point? I said, no, baby, I shit myself. I shit myself. I'm like, love should be something that like fills us up, you know, but it should never be something that makes us shit up. No, it should never give us diaper rash. Love should never hurt that bad.
That is outrageous.
That fucking vacation.
That
worst vacation I've ever been on.
Germany and Paris. Would you ever go back to the Charlie Brown amusement park?
My sister wanted to go once. I can't remember why. And I was like, couldn't be me. I think I paid for them to go for a Halloween thingy. And I was like, that's not me.
Is that why you're so paranoid about sharing a bed from that trauma?
Oh, no, I don't like sharing a bed because I fart a lot in my sleep.
But like everyone on the bachelorette trip farts excessively.
I didn't.
Krista and Molly.
You would have known. You wouldn't have known.
No, but like when we were sharing the same bed though, you pretty much did to me what you just talked shit about, where I was like slightly opening the door to the bathroom and you were like, Emery, you loudly opened the door.
No.
And you woke me up and it was so loud.
Guys,
and I was awake for the rest of the night.
I could not make this shit up. I don't know anything about acoustics. Maybe someone here can explain it. The bathroom was gigantic in this Airbnb, and there was not a lick of like carpet or anything anywhere. And they were on those rolling...
The pocket doors.
Yeah, the pocket doors. Sister girlfriend wakes up at 5 a.m. And it wasn't 5, it was like 4 a.m. And again, because we're on this giant bed, I would have no idea. So like if she didn't go to the bathroom or anything like that, like quite literally, it had to be 10 feet across, if that.
It was huge, yeah.
At one point, I woke up and she was like on her computer working. I had no idea. You opened that door, girl. It sounded like the roof was caught. I was startled awake. Like it's like, you know how every mom wakes up from a nap? Like I thought.
But I was trying so hard.
Girl, it was like, brrr, like it was like a machine gun going off. It startled me. I thought, oh my God. Girl, just leave it open at that point.
I held my pee for the rest of the trip.
Oh.
I got a bladder infection because of you.
Okay, that's actually comical because every time you guys are like, we're outside at the pool, I'm like, oh, let me go like grab, does anyone want some sodies? I was pooping. I had to wait until everyone was outside of that house to do it.
It was your perfect poop bathroom because it was one of the ones that has the separate door. So it was like two doors.
you would think that.
It wasn't?
The door that was separate, there's still, the wall didn't go all the way up to the ceiling. It was open concept in there, babes. And I just told you, it echoed. One time I went in there and I let out the little boop, and it went boop, 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 boop through the whole house. I'm not joking when I said anytime I had to toot or anything, I wait for you guys to go outside. I don't need that. I would break the sound barrier.
There is no one that farts louder amongst people more than Molly and Kristen. Like, they have no shame.
But I can't.
Like, you were in the safest environment to fart possible.
I'm not going to. Clearly, I can't trust farts on vacation.
Colleen says that all the time. She's like, I don't know why you trust yourself as much as you do.
I can't be doing that. Here, there's some. They should be relaxing, right? Granted, all jokes aside, have I had relaxing vacations that were good, filling, self-care, all that? Absolutely, I have. Mm-hmm. By majority, do I? No. That's why I do a lot of stay-at-home vacations, Mom. You can have a vacation at home, okay? But I also can poop at home, right?
That's true.
I never shit myself and didn't know about it at home.
At least we gave you the space to poop.
You did, yeah. In an echo chamber of.
I was like, guys, we have to leave Tell alone because he has to poop. Don't go in the house.
Everyone go to the pool. Yeah, no. I was in there just dropping bombs. Mm-hmm. What is as we close, what is the one vacation tip you could give audience?
Don't buy a lot of souvenirs, especially if you think that you might break up.
Don't spend money on the souvenirs that you don't.
No, don't quit your job to go on a vacation.
Yeah.
But no.
I agree with that.
Not ideal.
100%.
Don't buy a bunch of shit. Don't quit your job.
Yeah.
Or don't date people that dump you in the middle of the ocean.
If you feel like they could dump you in the middle of the ocean.
I dated her again a year later because I'm irrational.
Baby.
Toxic monogamy, what can I say?
We're going to do an episode on that.
We are.
We have to.
She deserves her own episode, to be honest.
I think my suggestion is bring ointment to every vacation you go on.
Diaper ointment?
Diaper, burn ointment, SPF 100.
Solar cane. The lidocaine spray.
Anything and everything that you can, that you think might happen.
Put sunscreen on your feet.
Put sunscreen on your butt.
Mm-hmm. Don't poop yourself.
Don't eat ice cream excessively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a lot of fiber. Bind yourself up.
But yeah, girl, you do it all if you have to. Do it all.
Yep.
I hope that your summer break and vacations were better than ours. I hope that you're not dressed like you're going to be serving Mai Tais at a White Lotus.
The Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, at the Joe's Crab Shack at the Margaritaville. Mm-hmm. And we'll be back next time with probably a fun episode about, I don't know, I think we should do one on toxic monogamy. Yeah. So you guys can laugh at our horrific relationship stories, our red flags that we ignored.
How many times Tell poops himself?
I poop myself because I'm sad, apparently. I got to get that shit checked, literally. Mm-hmm. All right. Bye.